A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I understand our guest of honor has already arrived at MITEC. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to kindly take your seat. We request your cooperation to kindly take your seat. Thank you. For those of you just entering the hall, we'd like to point out to you a lot of seats are still available right inside at the other side, okay? If you walk all the way in to my right, you'll find there are many more seats available. Thank you very much. Salam sejahtera, salam satu Malaysia, salam negaraku. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, anda dijemput mengambil tempat masing-masing. Mereka yang masih berada di luar Dewan dijemput untuk memasuki Dewan dan mengambil tempat. Ada banyak tempat duduk kosong di dalam Dewan. Di sebelah kanan saya. Dan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan diminta memastikan telefon bimbit anda disenyapkan supaya tidak mengganggu majlis pada hari ini. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan dipersilakan mengambil tempat masing-masing. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to kindly take your seat. Please ensure your mobile devices are on silent mode. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian, salam satu Malaysia, salam sehati sejiwa, salam negaraku Malaysia. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin with this very special poem that you will find on the program booklet, Embracing Change, Enhancing Gain. Waves of change and voices of tomorrow, fresh, innocent and full of courage, gazing into the sky on a distant shore, tantalizing shadows of success, hoping for more. Soaring into the clouds, SMEs stand tall and proud. Bold, brave and resilient, we are never in doubt. The sky is the limit when SMEs dare to dream, embracing change, enhancing gain, meandering through myriads of challenging streams. Ladies and gentlemen, your host for today is an SME icon, a dynamic, passionate strategist who is focused on transforming SMEs. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big warm welcome to the CEO of SME Corp Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Dato' Dr. Hafsah Hashim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. And to the non-Muslims in this room, let me bid to you the universal greetings of peace, and that is salam. Selamat tengah hari, very good afternoon, and thank you so very much for making time to join us at this very special 20th anniversary of SMIDEX. My God, it was with a blink of an eye. It was just 20 years ago when we started SMIDEC. We were born at that time as SMIDEC. And at that time, we were just very familiar with what you call IKS, Industry Kecil Sederhana, or you call it SMIs. Very much manufacturing-centric. We didn't have data. When together with the Central Bank of Malaysia and the Department of Statistics, we undertook the first census ever on business establishments in Malaysia. We then saw, hey, only 7% of the total business establishments were manufacturing sector. 87% were services, and nobody's looking at it. So we have got to change, and change is constant. We then rebranded ourselves from SMIDEC to SME Corp Malaysia for a very simple reason. We now want to address the small and medium enterprises, not just industries. And along the way, what we saw is the changing landscape of sorts of the businesses in Malaysia. As they moved from once upon a time, very much agriculture-based to manufacturing-based, and today, what you're looking at is very much services-based. And change, I repeat, is constant. Technology dictates the new business landscape. And our messaging to the SMEs out there is that you better shape up or you got shipped out. And that's what we're going to show you today in this whole 20th anniversary of SMIDEX. Bring to you how you've got to embrace change, and only then can you make great profits along the way and enhance your gain. What I'm going to just share with you is going to be transported into a 3-minute video. I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video, as also now I'm acknowledging the presence the presence of His Excellency Mr. Bola, coming all the way from Mauritius, and his delegation. Thank you so very much, sir. And we've also got in the audience another 16 other esteemed delegates coming in from 8 countries of Africa, you name it, from Bhutan, from Ethiopia, from Nigeria, from Namibia, Tanzania. Thank you so very much for coming, from Saudi Arabia. We've got also colleagues coming in from Brunei, Darussalam, from Hong Kong, from Korea. We will not be where we are today without the support coming from all our international delegates who have been working very, very closely with SME Corp. So, sit back, relax for the next 3 minutes as we bring to you the evolution of the business landscape of Malaysia.
SMEs have played a very important role in Malaysia's economic development, as well as in Malaysia's economic transformation.
Sejumlah 200 juta ringgit bagi program latihan grant dan pinjaman mudah PKS di bawah SME Corp.
SME Annual Showcase, MITEC, is a yearly event that the companies, or rather SMEs, look forward to. where they were given opportunity for them to showcase their product or services.
That from this year there will be more and more focus on high-tech industries. Online is becoming more important. E-commerce is becoming very dominant in many countries, and hopefully our SMEs will also embrace e-commerce and the digital economy and also high-tech industries.
And small is beautiful and small is powerful.
Whoa, I can't help but agree with Jack Ma. Small is beautiful and small is powerful. And let me bring to you the man who also believes in it. Tok Pa, you're in the audience. Come and join me upstairs, Tok Pa.
Yes, that's me. Thank you. A big hand to Dato' Alsa.
Tok Pa, we are going to have a good time here, Tok Pa. Do you believe in it, Tok Pa? What Jack Ma said? Small is beautiful, small is powerful?
Of course I have to. Otherwise I'll be very poor. I want to be a rich man like him. Therefore I've got to believe in him that small is powerful. Yeah, small is, this is a great place, of course. Big is beautiful as well, but there are things in life where small is beautiful. More beautiful than the smaller ladies. Probably are more beautiful than tall ones as well.
Good try, Tok Pa,
Small,
good try.
petite lady.
But I would say, Tok Pa, that actually small is the next big. Why small is the next big, Tok Pa? Because in terms of numbers, in terms of percentage, 98.5% of the total business establishments are SMEs. That's the first big. And the second big, what is powerful, Tok Pa, the GDP contribution from SMEs is going to reach 41% in 2020.
Well, small is not ugly.
No.
Small is beautiful.
Right.
If small is ugly, you'll be out of business.
Oh, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. There will be no SME Corp if small is ugly, right?
Yep.
Small is great. Yeah, well done, Dato' Alsa.
Definitely.
Big hand to Dato' Alsa once again. SME Corp.
Thank you, sir. You're too kind. But in actual fact, Tok Pa, we would not have arrived where we are today without an individual who believes in the power of SMEs, and an individual that made it all happen today where we are. Tok Pa, would you like to join me in welcoming this individual?
Pleasure, of course. Yeah.
Right. This individual, Tok Pa,
Where are you taking me to? Yeah?
I'm getting you to the tunnel. To the tunnel. This individual, Tok Pa, is actually our #1 SME supporter. I would like to get all of you to stand up and give a thunderous applause to none other than our beloved Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, the Prime Minister of Malaysia. you sit down. Another round of thunderous applause to Yang Berhormat. Sir, thank you so very much again, sir, for coming. Oh, we've got seats here. Shall we take a seat? So what we have here this afternoon is a totally different style of opening ceremony.
Right.
I think the audience never expected it. They thought that you got a rostrum to speak.
I'm in for a surprise, am I?
There'll be more surprises coming, sir. I just want to take one line of that Negaraku we all sang together nicely. And last night, sir, we celebrated Negaraku as well.
Okay.
One line which is, Negaraku, rakyat hidup bersatu dan maju. Sir, I've only got 3 words to thank you for this. And that is, I'm going to do this. Terima kasih, terima kasih, terima kasih. He's the man who actually provided the biggest ever amount of budget for SME for 2018. That's what I said. Our Prime Minister here is our #1 SME supporter. All right? But let me move before I go there. So are you okay with this style?
Yeah, I think I can survive this session.
That's very good. Now, if you recognize the recent budget announcement recently, when Prime Minister announced, he said 200 million for SME Corp. I said, wow, wow, boom. But the next line, when we had a look into how much Prime Minister had allocated for the different ministries and agencies, and we crunched its numbers, it came up to about 22.2 billion ringgit for SME development in 2018, the biggest ever. So, can I just inquire from you, sir? When you were crafting those budgets, and I believe you me, I think you have got SME very much in the focus of your radar. What were in your mind, and what were the highlights of the things that you want to push forward so that in the current challenges, we want to align our SMEs to the Industrial Revolution 4.0 and the megatrends?
You know, when I crafted a budget, first of all, can I walk around?
Please, sir. Free to walk.
When I crafted a budget, it was, I wanted a budget for the rakyat, for the people, okay? That was the premise. And I did a lot of engagement, a few face-to-face communication, but mainly online. We managed to discover the hopes and aspirations of all Malaysians. Di samping itu, saya memfungsikan SME Council, SME Corp, Dato' Absah is the secretary, Dato' Sri Mustafa, MITEC, assisting me. Then I realized that the importance of SME. As you know, micro and SMEs in Malaysia account for 98.5% of all business enterprises. And I know we have a target. We have a target of achieving 41% contribution of SMEs in terms of GDP by 2020. And we are at currently about, 36, yeah?
Yes, sir. 36.9 now, sir.
Oh, okay, 36.9. The 0.9 is important.
Yes, sir.
36.9, which means you round up, it's about 37%. And we have calculated that although SME sectoral growth is impressive, above national GDP growth, but we need to grow something like 9, how many percent?
8%.
8%. We have to grow 8%, much higher, to achieve that target of 41% of the economy by 2020. So we need to push. We need to really transform SMEs, because SME will be the driving force for the economy. in terms of employment generation, in terms of GDP, wealth creation. But I don't want the SMEs to be caught in the old, trap. I want SME to be transformed. So that's why I decided that we must allocate the largest ever for SMEs, 22.2 billion. And I want SMEs to use it for expansion, for startup, for export, and for automation in conjunction or in relation to the fourth industrial revolution. I'm not quite happy about productivity. I think productivity must increase at a steeper rate. So I hope the SME community will avail themselves of this opportunity and really transform themselves, really make a difference, and achieve by 2020 the target of 41% contribution to the economy. The details, you go to SME Corp.
Yes, sir.
You go to SME Corp. Get all the details, and then make the transformation. And that's what I'm hoping will happen.
What we're seeing here in this afternoon is that Prime Minister himself had provided the enabling, most important enabling, instrument, and that's the budget, 22.2 billion. And he did mention that it cuts across from startup right until exports. And it's up to the SMEs, for all of you here in this room, to push that growth that we are trying to envisage at 8%. So I've got the first question that's coming in through. Can we have the first question to Prime Minister? Do we have that first question? Oh, from the tubers, sir. Here, please.
Okay.
All right. We got the mic on.
Alright, baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera kepada Datuk Seri. Dan sebelum saya nak kenalkan diri, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan Tunas Usahawan Belia Bumi Putra Malaysia. Okay, dan kami merupakan usahawan belia Bumi Putra, program di bawah SME Corp Malaysia, Datuk Seri. Jadi saya ialah Nolena binti Muhammad, juga merupakan usahawan belia tiup, usahawan daripada Pahang, Datuk Seri. Ya, Pahang. Saya berasal daripada Kuantan. Okay, dan baru-baru ini semasa sesi pembentangan bajet, saya bersama dengan dua orang lagi usahawan tiup turut dijemput khas oleh Datuk Seri untuk sama-sama ke Parlimen untuk mendengar sesi pembentangan bajet, dan kami selaku tubers ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih banyak-banyak kerana memberi sejumlah peningkatan 40 juta kepada program TUBS untuk tahun depan. Terima kasih Datuk Seri. Jadi soalan saya ialah, selaku kami tubers yang telah pun menjalankan perniagaan, jadi bagaimana kami untuk turut sama-sama menyumbang dalam aspirasi TN50 pada masa akan datang, Datuk Seri? Sekian, terima kasih.
Saya cukup yakin dengan program TUB ni. Bukan saja saya dijemput untuk melancarkan program ni, tapi bila saya duduk sembang dengan beberapa peserta yang telah terlibat dalam program TUB ni, saya dapat kesan bahawa mereka yang terlibat ni benar-benar tinggi semangatnya, benar-benar passionate. Jadi nampaknya program TUB ni berkesan, maknanya bukan saja dari segi ilmunya, tetapi dari segi semangat dan disiplinnya tinggi. Sebab ada program latihan sikit ya. Ada program dalam camp sikit. Jadi bila dah telah didera sikit sebanyak, tapi tak adalah macam tentera, dah didera sikit. Jadi lain dia punya mindset tu lain. Jadi kita nak satu generasi baru ni yang betul-betul saja bukan saja ilmunya itu ada, ilmu bertambah, tetapi dia mesti ada dia punya attitude dan dia punya core values-nya yang sesuai untuk berjaya. Sebab dalam dunia ni kejayaan kita bukan saja bergantung kepada kita punya IQ saja ataupun kita punya ilmu, tetapi apa yang ada dalam diri kita. Kalau kita boleh internalisekan itu pada diri kita, kita ni merupakan orang yang telah dapat membudayakan, ya, membudayakan satu semangat, ya, semangat dan passion nak berjaya dan tak kira rintangan tapi tidak mengaku kalah, no retreat, no surrender, semangat macam itulah. Saya harap dan saya yakinlah sebab program ni akan berjaya. Sebab tu bila saya tanya Datuk Afsah, berapa? Dia kata 40 juta. Saya lulus 100% permintaannya. 100. 40 juta. Sebab itu kapasiti dia. Barangkali dia tak nak minta lebih lah. Kalau dia minta lebih mungkin saya boleh lulus lebih. Tapi kapasiti ya, kapasitinya 2,000 ya, 2,000 setahun ya. 2,000 setahun. Saya fikir itu jumlahnya kita nak quality ya. We're not talking about numbers only. We're talking about quality. 2,000 dan jumlah itu yang paling sesuai. Lepas tu kita bolehlah mendapatkan akses ya, terutama sekali startup capital kita ya. Kita nak startup capital dan sebagainya. Jadi daripada segala skim yang ada di bawah peruntukan induk 22.2 bilion itu dengan panduan daripada SME Corp, saya percaya Tubers ni boleh dapat peluang untuk meneroka bidang masing-masing dan terutama sekali dalam bidang ini penjualan kita mesti online e-commerce ya. E-commerce. Kita tak nak jual di tepi jalan pasar minggu, tetapi kita nak Tubers ni merupakan sebahagian daripada the global value chain ataupun the global supply chain. Ingat ya, kalau nak berjaya, nak jadi besar, kita mesti jadi sebahagian daripada the global value chain.
Itu dia. Terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Yang Amat Berhormat 40 juta. Dan kita akan lahirkan 2,000 tubers pada tahun depan. Dan apa yang kita nak laksanakan Yang Amat Berhormat adalah kita panggil masyarakat keusahawanan by 2020.
Okay.
An entrepreneurial society in Malaysia. Yeah. Right. Saya dapat signal Yang Amat Berhormat, we can take a second question. Ya, daripada kanan. Dr. Mark Rosario, please.
Thank you. Very good afternoon, Dr. Sri.
Yeah.
Mark Rosario from General Electric.
Good to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
In your new life.
Thank you. In the next 10 to 15 years, I believe MNCs are forthcoming to continue investing in this country. Yeah. But it would very much depend on the state of readiness of our SMEs here to support the presence of these MNCs. What are Malaysia's strategies to help make this country an attractive investment and manufacturing destination for MNCs? Thank you.
We have been, I think, hugely successful in attracting FDIs, especially MNCs, to invest in Malaysia and even to make their regional offices in Malaysia. I think credit must be given to Datuk Mustafa, working very hard, tirelessly, and his MIDEC team going around the world to try to bring in investment. And in fact, as you know, the Wharton Business School and the University of Pennsylvania has rated Malaysia as the best destination for FDIs for 2017. And I think that is a wonderful accolade for us. We have continued to give incentive to them, and also we can have customized incentive, the normal pioneer status, investment allowances, plus of course customized incentive as well. They can also be considered for facilitation grant, etc., etc. But we are becoming much more concerned about deliverables now. I don't think we want to just give incentives, but we want to specify certain deliverables by the MNCs. For example, local content. They must progressively increase the local content. They must also have a degree of backward linkages so that we can encourage SMEs to be part and parcel of their procurement. They must develop vendors, for example. These are the things we must include, because if you just give them incentive without deliverables, I don't think we will gain much from their presence in this country. So moving forward, that will be our approach. And I'm confident that our SMEs will be up to the task of being able to measure up to the quality and to the standards that they expect from us. And I think it's huge. I think the vendors must perform because if we want to compete internationally, they must get quality products, quality intermediate products from our SMEs. So I hope that by encouraging foreign direct investment, it will bring a great deal of benefit to the development of SMEs in this country.
Tamanisa, I think I totally agree with you. It's about integrating our capable SMEs into the whole entire global supply chain.
I think the word is capable, as Dr. Hafsah said. You know, when you choose vendors, for example, you cannot choose on a basis of you know, political consideration, giving to rent seekers and so forth. You must give to quality companies, local companies. And I tell you, one of the reasons why MRT Line 1 was implemented ahead, a few weeks ahead of schedule, and 2 billion below budget, is because we chose quality local companies through a very, very transparent and rigorous tender exercise. And local companies, including Bumiputra companies, were chosen on merit because they were the best. And if you go on that premise, then you find that Malaysian companies can deliver.
So, can I ask you a personal question?
Depending.
I will not ask you when is election. But as I watch you from behind, I'm very much amazed at your level of knowledge, your competencies in taking replies from startups to FDIs to investment to exports. Actually, sir, can I ask you, how do you keep yourself fit? How do you keep yourself healthy? What do you do actually? Can we peep into the secrets of your life?
I hope I don't look too stressful. But, you know, over the years, my hair has gone white. You know, the other day I was flipping through my early days. You know, I started my political life at the age of 22 plus, would you believe it?
Wow.
I became a member of parliament 22 plus.
There you go.
I became a deputy minister at 25. I became Menteri Besar at the age of 29. So the rest, as they say, is history, but sometimes I think I wouldn't recommend you to follow that route because you have to give up a lot of things in your life. At a very early age, I was thrown into deep end on the pool, so to speak. It's either you sink or you swim. The Malays have a saying, kalau nasib sabut, timbul, kalau nasib batu, tenggelam. So when you're thrown at the deep end of the pool, I told myself, I better try to swim. You know, I don't want to get drowned. And alhamdulillah, managed to survive political life and move on step by step. Wasn't overnight, but you know, I moved up, as the saying goes, move up the totem pole, or the greasy totem pole, as they say, step by step. And never in my life have I challenged anyone in my political life. It's always whenever there's a vacancy, you know, I offered myself. And alhamdulillah, you know, that recipe has worked. And now I find myself as the leader of Malaysia, where the stress level is much, much higher. You know, the stress level as a minister is high. Deputy Prime Minister was higher. But from Deputy Prime Minister to Prime Minister, even higher. I can assure you. If you have a chance to be Prime Minister, you will realize this. You will realize there is this huge quantum leap. And you must know how to manage stress. And I think managing stress is key, not only as a politician, but, you know, every one of you, you will have stress. You may have a stress from your bankers. You may have stress from your customers. You may have stress from your spouses. I don't know, it's too sensitive. But you have to manage this by, you know, basically adapting work-life balance. Essentially, it's work-life balance and family, you know. So I think all those things have to be done in a way that gives you the comfort, you know. When you talk about stress, there are different ways of managing stress. In my case, I suppose I would say do the things that you enjoy doing, but do the right things. Like, for example, I find exercising is important, physical exercise. And it must be the right form of physical exercise. It must lead to the healthy body. Golf is recreational, but doesn't lead to a healthy body. Golfers are not healthy, by the way. They think they're healthy, they're not healthy. So my doctor tells me golf is only slightly better than not doing anything at all. So what is important is you have to push your heart rate. There's a formula. There's a formula to calculate, and you should be between 60 to 80% of that. Your heart rate maximum is 220 minus your age, and then you have a figure, and you must exercise between 60 to 80% of that. So if you're below that 60%, you're under-exercising. If you go beyond 80%, you are over-exercising. That is the theory. I understand the theory. So I try to, you know, to do it. You know, for example, Dr. Pa and I, we were at the ASEAN Summit. We just came back from Manila. The first day, that was 3 days ago, we met from 9 in the morning until 12:30 the next morning. Non-stop.
Wow.
Non-stop. Okay? The second day, final day, we met from 9 in the morning to 9:30 at night. So 2 days, very stressful. So what did I do? In the morning, before I left, I went to the gym. I did some workout. And that gave me the high energy level. Dr. Pa was there even earlier. So that helps. So in my case, is exercise, right kind of exercise. And of course, depending how, you know, your commitment to your own religion, the spiritual side is also important. The ways you need the spiritual strength is also important. And then the other things like, you know, watching television occasionally, watching Manchester United winning occasionally, etc. And golf channel. These are the things you must, and reading, because I like to read. So it's a combination of all these things, but, you know, each to yourself in terms of what is suitable for you. I'm just saying from my own perspective. But always have this, you know, positive attitude that somehow the sun will shine tomorrow, and have that positive attitude. And hopefully the sun will shine. Hopefully after the next election, the sun will shine too.
Indeed, sir, the sun will shine. But I just want to give all of you a tip, if I can get from what just Prime Minister said. I heard complaints that some of you difficult to get appointment to see the Prime Minister, to see the Minister. I tell you what, next time you want to get an appointment, just go to the gym at 6 o'clock. You'll catch them there. But What we saw here, sir, you talk about the stress level of ministers is high. And believe you me, I watched Tokpa. His stress level is very high during the TPP days. We hardly could see him smile. Now that TPP is over, I'm seeing him smiling now. Minister, can you come forward? I just want to ask Tokpa. Tokpa, what keeps you awake at night, actually?
My wife.
That's very honest.
But let me, jokes aside,
Yeah.
let me elaborate. PM give us a few ideas. Yeah?
Yeah.
One is a man of great compassion, very balanced in his life, a lot of understanding, you know, works very hard. Yeah? It's a pleasure to be under you, sir. Couple of points. Firstly, Malaysia is a small country. We started off this conversation.
Yeah.
The Dabsa asked me, you know, it's small, beautiful. So let me relate to that. Huh? So we are a small country. Yeah? Malaysia is a small country. But I must tell you, we are punching above our weight. Yeah? And thank you, PM, for bringing me to Vietnam and also to Manila. I've been seeing this, you know, many times. But I thought useful for me to share with you, Malaysians. Hopefully this live telecast. Yeah, I saw that with Obama, Angela Merkel. I've been, you know, around with PM a few times. But I'm just telling you that we're a small country, but with our PM, Malaysia is punching above his weight. Yeah, yeah. A country which is recognized by the big powers, small powers, and I've lived with this many times over. I thought it was a very important point. Secondly, sir, as I said, you've given us some ideas. We're in this beautiful hall, this exhibition center, which was completed only a few months ago with SEA Games here, yeah? And this goes to show, we are a small country, but this is world class. This center is world class. So Malaysia is capable of building world-class institutions, yeah? Infrastructure, yeah? So MRT, yeah? East Coast Railway, inshallah, and this building goes to show that we are capable people. So let's be optimistic for the future, yeah? SMEs have done a good job, and we have a great future ahead of us if we are together, we're united, under the leadership of Yusuf and Dr. Najib, we have a good future. This is, especially with young people in Malaysia, we should be looking forward to many more years of good fortune for Malaysia. Terima kasih, Dr. Sri. But before I end, yeah, a big hand to Dato' Afsar, Tan Sri Alamin, and the whole SME family have done a good job. This has been a massive transformation. They started from small tents, small tents. Yeah, pengakapnya tents, you know what these are. That was how SME Corp started, yeah, all over the place, yeah, been, you know, shunted from one place to another, and then they graduated to KLCC, and now they're in this great place. So well done, SME Corp. So a big hand.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But
the biggest hand, of course, once again, to our number one supporter, that's Najib Tun Razak, Prime Minister Tun Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia, the biggest hand to you, sir. Terima kasih. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much for this conversation.
Thank you. But before we end, I just want to mention about the digital free trade zone.
Right, sir.
That, I want that to really, that's another world-class initiative. You know that Jack Ma could have done it anywhere.
Yeah.
He's demanded by so many countries, but he chose Malaysia as the first digital free trade zone outside China. Imagine that. And next year, he's going to launch 1 week in which Malaysia will be promoted in China online. You know, Singles Day in China this year, $24 billion sold in 1 day. Last year, 18 billion. This year, 24 billion.
The biggest ever, yeah?
The biggest ever. So I'm looking for double-digit growth. And that digital free trade zone, I want all the SMEs to participate. We've got 1,927. 1927. But we hope to get
1972.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1972. 1972.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we started with a target 15.
Yeah.
We got 1972.
Yeah.
We want 10,000 eventually.
Yeah.
And we want them to export. I know when I was in Da Nang, I mentioned, in Da Nang, I told them, look, you know, I mentioned about the case of durian. And there was some laughter in the crowd because I described durian as tastes like heaven, smells like hell. People laugh. But now the price of durian is so expensive now, and it benefits us because China cannot get enough durian. Cannot get enough durian. So imagine if we sell durian there, or we sell a bird's nest there, or we sell crepe there, we sell all these things. Imagine the kind of volume, the sales that we will be able to generate. And I think that's what I mean. I want that to be part and parcel. We must be part and parcel of the global supply chain. And as Datuk Pa said, we do not only want to be world class, but we must raise the bar high. Raise the bar high and keep it high and higher if possible. And that is the kind of ambition that I want every Malaysian to have. That is our dream. Thank you.
Sir, the Malaysians here will not fail you. And you're hearing it from the man himself, the #1 SME supporter, very passionate, and he will be behind us in supporting SME development along the way, right until the very end of our destination. Thank you so much, sir, for this conversation. I now pass over to Alan, who will take us through to the next part of the event.
Thank you very much, Yang Berbahagia Datuk. Ladies and gentlemen, we now like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Chua Ti Yong, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Haji Maslan, and Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri and Senior Dr. Muhammad Al-Amin Abdul Majid to the stage to join the Honourable Prime Minister and the Honourable Minister of MITEC for the launching of SMIDEX 2017. Yang amat berhormat, at the count of 3, we invite you to push the lever forward to officially launch SMIDEX 2017. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the robotic arm is now bowing towards the Honourable Prime Minister. It now turns to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and bows to you. And now the robotic arm will launch the video for the opening sequence. Congratulations to SME Corp on another successful SMIDEX, celebrating 20 years in transforming SME development in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite the Honourable Prime Minister to the centre of the stage for a group photograph. And we invite all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to join me in a big round of applause for everyone on stage. And of course, our sincere thanks to the Honourable Prime Minister for sharing his time here with us today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the opening of SMIDEX 2017. Once again, a big thank you to Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, the Honourable Prime Minister of Malaysia, for his gracious presence. Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Mustafa Muhammad will now lead Yang Amat Berhormat the Prime Minister to tour SMIDEX 2017. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are also kindly invited to tour the exhibition area of SMIDEX 2017. With that, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Salam Satu Malaysia, Salam Sehati Sejiwa, dan Salam Negaraku Malaysia. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful day ahead.